For this week's project, we're going to be making anthropomorphic animals. Anthropomorphizing something is just giving human characteristics to something that's not human. So an anthropomorphic animal is an animal doing something humans do. So I decided I'm going to draw a seagull playing a guitar, and I sketched everything first with a red marker because I wanted to demonstrate my sketching process, showing how I draw as a collection of simple shapes. And everything that I did in red marker is what I would recommend you do in pencil. I have found that a lot of times when I sketch things in pencil in my videos, students are telling me all the time like they can't see anything that's on the screen. So I used a red marker so you know those are sort of the sketching lines that a lot of it would be erased. Then I'm going over it with black Sharpie to make the better lines and shapes a little bit more permanent. After I have outlined everything, of course, I am going to add color. Now, you could do this using all sorts of different media. I chose to use markers for this project, so I am sketching with marker, but I recommend you sketch with pencil first. Then I'm outlining with Sharpie. I'm making mine sort of cartoonish because that fits with the tone that I want for this. And then I'm going to use just washable markers to color in all the different elements. As I'm choosing my colors, I want to think a little bit about realism, but I also want to think about like, what's going to create contrast? So what colors are going to stand out from various things? So I'm going to add a little pop of an accent color for the hair. I want to have that ridiculous over-the-top 80s flock of seagulls hair. I want to have, a bright purple sort of guitar to make sure that it stands out and pops from the neutrals of most of that bird body. After I've done that, I'm going to cut it out. I want to cut around the perimeter. And remember, it doesn't all have to be cut out in one continuous cut. You can take it in chunks. You can cut things out from different directions to make it a little bit easier to get those various corners. And then finally, I'm going to make the background. Now, in this case, I decided to make a collage, a little bit of a nod towards like Jen Stark, with layers of bright colored construction paper sort of bursting out here, because it just felt like it suited the tone here. It has that like 80s pop flair, but also it looks like, it could be sort of a stage background lighting and stuff to go along with my flock of seagulls guitarist performing. And then after I've glued all those layers of paper together, I'm going to cut 2 strips of paper to make little rings. And one trick, instead of making it as a loop of paper, I creased to make it like a squared ring of paper so it doesn't roll around as I'm gluing it in place. And once I've attached it, it's good to go. Now, you're going to choose what you want for your subject, but I want to see an anthropomorphized animal. Make an animal doing something that humans do. Anthropomorphized animal of some sort. It could be snowboarding, sledding, playing the guitar. It could be doing anything you want, even just dressed up like a person would be anthropomorphizing a bit. You have a lot of flexibility in how you choose to anthropomorphize your animal. So be creative, have fun with it, and try to see if you can find a way to put your interests and your personality into it to make yours unique.